Hey, hi guys, welcome to PCF. So in our previous class, we discussed about the inline table valid function, right? So inline table valid function and scalar function, and also we discussed about the so like what are the user defined functions, and like we have three types of user defined functions: scalar and inline and multi-valid. So we discussed the inline table valid function. Inline table valid function syntax is like same like a view, but here we are passing extra parameters and return a table. Okay, data type. So here we are returning the, instead of data type, we are returning the table and the return keyword, open bracket, close bracket. In there we have the select statement. Okay, but so if you go with the multi-statement valid, okay, multi-statement, so multi-statement table valid function, so you will have the syntax like here. Okay, create function. Every function, if you want to create function name, and you will have the parameters. Okay, whatever the parameters you want. Parameters are optional, guys. Okay, it's not mandatory. Okay, parameters are optional, and returns a table variable, guys. Okay, here we are writing the table variable, and also the control will be like, so what are the columns you want and all. So you have to select here. Okay, not from the select statement, but so the thing is, so here based on the select statement you will get the table structure here. Okay, in inline table valid function. But in multi-table valid function, so based on the table variable selection, okay, so here, so whatever the columns you will select, the same selections will be, okay, column selection will be decided, table structure will be decided in the table variable, not in the select statement, guys. Okay, not in the select statement. Okay, that is the difference. And also it's a table variable. Okay, so we'll insert the data into table variable. Okay, that we'll see that. Okay, so now so if you don't understand the syntax, guys, okay, you don't worry about the syntax. Okay, I told you in yesterday very simple way. You can go to the, okay, programmability. Okay, you can go to the programmability and functions. In the functions you have a scalar defined and table valid functions. Okay, right click on the table valid function, and there is a multi-statement table valid function, guys. Okay, you can remove all these comments and all. Okay, you remove all these comments and all. Okay, just follow the, okay, so whatever it says. Okay, this is the function name. Okay, you can keep fn. Okay, fn underscore multi table valid, okay, multi statement table valid function, right? So it's a employee data, right? So we write employee. Okay, so I have a employee table, so I'm taking this employee data into that function. Okay, just whatever the data we have, id, name, salary, and department. So we are taking that into multi-table valid function. So that is the reason I'm writing, okay, fn means function, and mst means multi-table valid function, and then employees. Okay, multi-table function employees. Okay, just go and then select. Okay, so I don't have any parameters. This is the optional. So just I'm removing all these things. Okay, I don't have any parameters. I'm just removing this, and then returns table variable. Okay, it's a table variable, right? So just I'm returning the, okay, so table variable at the rate table variable or something. Okay, you can keep the table variable name at the rate table, something like that. Okay, at the rate table, something like that you can keep. Okay, and then that functionality is a, okay, that functionality is a table. Okay, so if you so here, so the columns, okay, whatever the columns you want to specify, okay, you can add the columns. Okay, what are the columns you want from the employee table? Okay, so for now I'm taking all columns. Okay, id, name, salary, department. Okay, now I'm taking, for now I'm taking id, comma, name, comma, sal, comma, department name. Okay, department name. Okay, these are the columns I required. So in the select statement, okay, same select statement you can write it, but you have to insert into table variable case. Okay, you have to insert. Okay, you don't specify the star actually. So here, so you have to specify the column names, whatever we have here, specify the column names, and then insert that into, okay, insert that into where, so table variable. Okay, this table variable. Okay, insert into, okay, insert into this table variable. Okay, so it's selecting, okay, it's selecting all columns and inserting into the table variable, and then return this table. Okay, and return this table, guys. Okay, so again the same thing you can do it in, okay, here also. Okay, So the same function say, so even inline table valid function also do the same thing, but the thing is the syntax is different. Here returning the table, but we are the table structure will be coming from the selection, but here the table structure is defined from here. Okay, whatever the columns you want to select, so the table structure is defined by table variable, like what are the columns you required and all. So everything, but the other than that, so everything is same. Okay, let me execute this one. Okay, so what is the, sorry, I selected table, so that is the reason. Okay, just execute it. Okay, so what is that? id must be include the data type. Okay, sorry, so id, so what are the data type also we have to include. id is a integer and the name is a varchar 20. Okay, varchar 20. So we have to define everything. Sorry guys, okay, I forgot that. So you have to define that. So and then salary, money. Okay, and department name again varchar, department name again varchar 20. Okay, so this one. Okay, and then execute it now, so it will execute. Okay, so command completed successfully. And even so that everything we are defining, right? So here we don't require. Okay, just execute it. Okay, so it will, so sorry, star select. Okay, just execute it, so it will execute. Okay, both are giving the same results. Okay, both are giving the same results, but the syntax is different. But the what is the difference means? Okay, so we have 4 types of differences, guys. Okay, so first point, so we table structure defines from where, in table variable. Okay, table variable. Okay, it defines the table variable. So table structure defines from table. So if you execute it, both you can execute. Okay, inline table valid function and then multi-statement table valid function will execute here. Okay, so both will give the same results. Okay, and then if you go here and then, so take this multi-table valid function. Okay, so let me take this and okay, so same, both are tables, right? So how the table will execute, the same way we'll write a select start from. Okay, you can write select, sorry, you can write select start from. Okay, select start from and then execute it. Okay, both are giving the results, case. Okay, both are giving the same results, but if both are giving the same results, which one I need to choose? Okay, so I will tell you some of the syntactical differences, case. Okay, syntactical differences just now you have seen. So it's using some table variable, and also table variable is defining the structure and everything. Okay, and also we have to define the parameter. Define the parameter is same for the inline table valid function and multi-table valid function, but returning the table is fine. But here we are defining the table variable, and also the columns and the column data types also define the table variable. Okay, so we have a begin and end black. Okay, we have a begin, and second point is we have a begin and end black, but in inline table valid function we don't have that. Okay, that is the second point, guys. Okay, so we don't have a begin and end black. Okay, so that is the second point. And the one more point is like so you can update the, okay, so if you see the my previous class, guys. Okay, in our previous class inline table valid function, we have seen how to update the function. Okay, so by using inline table valid function, we can update the okay, we can update the base tables also. Okay, update. Okay, so this function, okay, this function and set, okay, set name is equal to, so we have a small a, right? So we have a small a, so we are setting that to capital A, where id is equal to 1 2 3. Okay, where id is equal to 1 2 3 4. Okay, so now it will update, guys. Okay, it will update. Okay, let me execute it. What is that? Set name, set name is equal to, right? Just a minute, sorry. Sorry guys. Sorry guys, actually we have to specify the id. Sorry, I forgot that id name. Okay, just execute it, so it will, one row is affected now. So when you select the inline table valid function, it's updated successfully. See, so it's updated successfully. If you, okay, instead we'll take the same copy, instead of the inline table valid function, we'll try to keep a multi-table valid function. Whether it is take which update or not, we'll see that. Okay, so let me take that and then execute it. It makes sense, guys. Okay, why? Because first we are taking the table variable. Okay, we are selecting the data and we inserting the data. Okay, table variables are not, it's a temporary purpose. Okay, it will not store anywhere. Okay, please. Now we, yeah. So table valid function. Okay, table valid function, it's storing the data into table variable. Okay, table variable. So that is the reason. Okay, so it will not, okay, it will not permanent purpose. Okay, table variables always be a temporary purpose, it will not store anywhere. So that is the reason we cannot able to update. Okay, we cannot able to update. That is the first point, guys. Okay, so we have discussed till now. So the syntactical error, syntactical differences, and also we cannot update the, okay, so functions by using multi-table valid function. And also which one I need to choose. Okay, if both are doing same work, so which one I need to choose. Okay, so you have to choose inline table valid functions are fast. Why? Because so here in multi-table valid function, you are loading the data into temporary table and then the temporary table returning back. That means you are having extra work here. So here directly it calling to the, okay, it calling to the directly from the table. Okay, so and also you're not keeping anywhere. So just the function is only there, so it's execute the function directly. But here, so you are picking the data from the table and you are inserting into the table variable, and the table variable again execute. So compared to inline table valid function, table valid multi-statement table valid function is slow. That is the reason if both are doing same work, you can go with the inline table valid function. Okay, so if you want to see where it is created and all, okay, you can, okay, you can go here and, okay, so these are the multi-table valid function and invalid table functions, guys. Okay, so if you want to alter, okay, you can right click and then you can go here and then so view as a script, and then you can go to the alter and then click here. Okay, otherwise you can go to the, okay, if you have a script already, okay, so then you can go and you can, instead of create, you can keep alter something and then you can, okay, so you can do the alter. Okay, you can do the alter also, this way also you can do it. Okay, so if you want to drop, so what is the point we have to follow? We have to follow drop. Okay, so drop table, sorry, drop function, right? So function name. Okay, drop function name. Okay, so you can go here and then you can give the function name, guys. Okay, so you can give the function name. Okay, so just drop it. Okay, it will drop the function. Yes, drop it successfully. If you go here, refresh it, so it will, so multi-table valid function, there is no multi-table valid function, guys. Okay, so this way we can create and alter and drop and then update everything, we can do it. But differences, so 4 points are different syntactically. First, we are, okay, table written only, but it's a table variable, that is the first point. And we have a begin and end black, so for this, okay, but we don't have any begin and end black in the inline table valid function. And also we are inserting into the table variable, right? So we cannot update the third point is we cannot update the multi-statement table valid function, but we can update the inline table valid function. And if you want to, okay, both are doing same work, and which one I want to choose, and so definitely I will, okay, I will suggest to
voice not clear.
Okay,
Stucking your voice.
Yeah, so definitely I will suggest to select the table inline table valid function. Okay, these are the differences, guys. Okay, hope you understand these things. Okay, differences between table valid and multi statement table valid function, inline table valid and multi table valid function. Okay, for yeah, we'll see like tomorrow onwards we'll see the stored procedures and all, guys. Okay,